Is goal setting effective? In other words, do we even bother setting goals? Should we bother setting goals? I am here to share some insights with you, some ideas and tips that are going to help you tremendously. My name is Rosanna Hernandez, and I am an organizing and time management expert. I am an expert at setting goals and accomplishing them with well-established plans. And so this is why I have a lot of knowledge in this area, and I want to share some of those with you. Goal setting, if done correctly, pays off and pays off well. Here's why. A goal is essentially, I want to do this. How am I going to get there? It's a roadmap, right? You're putting out there that you want to accomplish this thing that you want to accomplish. Then you're saying what actions you're going to take to get there. But before you do that, because I have like a 5-step system that I use for goal setting and achieving. The 5-step system, it all starts with having a vision, and it's basically saying why you want to do that in the first place. I'm going to give you an example. When I went to school to get my master's degrees, to get my doctoral degree, why did I do it? It was a big financial burden. I took a lot of time away from family and friends, and I had little kids at the time. It was tremendously difficult, very stressful to do, but I did it, right? Why? My main goal and objective, I realized I am an educator in my heart. I've always been an educator. So I was like, you know what? If I get a degree in education, then I could become a teacher. If I get an administrative master's degree, I could become a teacher of teachers. If I get a doctoral degree, even more so. So that was a big motivator for me. That was like one of my core values. I realized that everybody has core values. Like people are who they are at the core. Who am I at the core? Well, I'm an educator. And so I knew that if I finish my degrees, they will help me become more credible, and they will help me to be promoted in the field of education. And that's exactly what happened. I knew if I keep getting promoted, if I keep doing the next step and the next step, well, guess what? Each step of the way, I should be earning more money. That's gonna help me to be financially independent. That's gonna help me live the life I wanna live with my family. And so this is why I'm telling you, whatever vision, whatever goals you want to set in life, you have to know the why. And is the why connected to who you are at the core? Once we do know what we want to do, we want to write SMART goals. So SMART goals start with I will. And what I usually do is I set a deadline. So I'm giving you some examples you're seeing on your screen, examples of SMART goals that you can set. Some of them are short-term, some of them are long-term, right? So short-term goals are ones that are less than a year. So you set these SMART goals and you go about achieving them. Obviously, the short-term goals need to be worked on more frequently than the long-term goals. The third step is the most important because it has to do with daily, weekly, monthly action plans, things you need to do to achieve the goals. I'll give you good examples. Let's say you want to start a business within the next 9 months. Okay, 9 months is 9 months from now. What do you need to do between now, each month leading up to that 9th month to get there? What are the things you're going to do each week of those 9 months to get there? What are you going to do each day? So you might say, well, you know what? This week I'm going to research to see what licensing I need. Next week, I'm going to research to see about taxation, like if I should set up an LLC or sole proprietorship. Following week, I'm going to research on the insurance needs. The following week, I'm going to actually go to the county to start a business. So whatever steps you need to take, you're putting like a deadline. These are the action steps to make that dream of having your own business become a reality in 9 months. So whatever business you're going to do, if that's your goal, because that's a meaningful business, something that speaks true to who you are, well, then you're going to pursue it. So this is where the action plans come in once you do your SMART goal. So write what your why is, write what your SMART goal is, write what your action plans are, and then when you write it all down, you could post that paper somewhere very prominent, somewhere that you can frequently see. And that way, maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, at most once a month, You could say, am I on track to meet my goals? One of my goals this year was to read 12 books. And it's already August. I'm on book 6, so I'm a little bit behind. But you know what? If I make that goal in January and I don't revisit it, chances are I'm not going to achieve that goal. And so I need to make sure that I'm frequently bringing my goals to my forefront of my attention so that way I can make sure I'm achieving them. And the last thing is, once the goals are achieved, you have to celebrate. Okay, celebrating does not have to be anything fancy and expensive. Celebrating could be rewarding yourself if you like hiking by going hiking for an hour or two. You like going to the beach? Go to the beach for an hour or two. Go to a really nice restaurant of your choice. So whatever it is that you want to do to celebrate yourself, don't get it yet. Don't get it when you're in the midst. Celebrate when the goal is achieved, so that way you have that boost of confidence to set another goal and another goal. And before I tell you my last bit, please be sure to subscribe to this channel because we have videos that come out twice a week and they're always very helpful, very useful. And the last thing I want to tell you is, do not set goals that are lofty. Do not set goals that are too lavish, because then realizing them is going to be too difficult. Set small goals that will eventually lead you to maybe those bigger goals. Set 3 SMART goals that you're working on at one time, because having too many is going to distract you. It's just going to take the attention away from the few. I've seen a lot of people who are multi-passionate and they set like 8, 9 different goals and they are all over the place. They don't have the systems to achieve them, because let's face it, there's only so many hours in the day and it's impossible to give time to everything. I will catch you in the next video.